Hello and welcome to another lecture of the course Aquaculture. In continuation to my previous lecture on the major topic, agencies involved in promoting academics, research and entrepreneurship opportunities in aquaculture. Today we are going to talk on institutes under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. There are many institutions which are being directly controlled by Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. One of those is Fisheries Survey of India. Fisheries Survey of India was established way back in 1946 as a pilot project known as Deep Sea Fishing Station by the Government of India. It was way back in 1946. You can understand the timeline. And at that point of time, Deep Sea Fishing Station was established, and somehow we are still not able to sustainably exploit the deep sea fishery resources. The objectives of FSI was augmenting food supply through development of deep sea fishing. Although we have been able to map the resources of the open ocean as well as deep sea, and we have been in the past few decades, we have been getting good production from the resources what we are having as a country. The institute was in 1974 named as Exploratory Fisheries Project, with its bases known as offshore fishing stations in all the maritime states. Now, the major mandate of Fishery Survey of India, FSI, is listed here. First is exploratory surveys, charting of fishing grounds, assessment of fish stocks in the Indian Exclusive Economic Zone EEZ and adjoining high seas. So just having exploratory programs, mapping the resources, and having the idea of which fish stock is performing how. The exact status of the fish stock or fishery resource stock is also being managed by, or information collected by FSI. The data collection and periodic re-evaluation of potential of fishery resources to provide advice on fishery management issues. This is something very important. They undertake routine data collection and update the data regarding the fishery resources, what kind of fishery resources we have, what is the status of those resources. We assess those fishery resources in terms of their age structure, the total number, the anticipated or calculated total biomass of that particular species, and how much of that particular fish stock can be fished out, and what should be done if there are very few brooders or if there are very few young ones. So that kind of thing, which is very necessary for fishery management related issues, the data collection regarding that is being done by Fishery Resources of India. Then monitoring survey of fishery resources in the exploited areas, including coral reefs, application of monitoring, control and surveillance. This is again very important for regulating fishing activities and promoting code of conduct for responsible fisheries in the Indian EEZ. If we are able to lay the rules and regulations and devise strategies for eco-friendly fishing and other exploitation of the fishery resources, then the ecological regions will be safe, and we can utilize the fishery resources sustainably. Assessment of suitability of fishing gear, accessories and equipment with a special reference to preservation of environment. Again, the same thing, that we have to take care of the natural environment in many terms, and the kind of regulations that we need, whether in terms of what kind of fishing gear is allowed, what kind of mesh size of nets is allowed, and other equipments that may lead to, for example, um, we usually don't allow the kind of nets and gears which can kill the bycatch, which should minimally kill or catch the species other than the desired one. So we should minimize the killing of other species than the desired one and in the desired number. So all this data and monitoring is being done by FSI. They have huge network. They have many stations that you can go through. I suggest you to please visit the websites of all the institutions and agencies I am showing. And it's not possible for me to explain each and everything being done by these institutions, and which is in their mandate, which they can carry out, which they can help out to the stakeholders. So please visit to those websites and you will get to know about many other things. Operational bases and survey vessels of FSI, you will see here that there are a lot of fishery survey vessels of FSI for their routine activity according to their mandate. Then we have another very important institute, Central Institute of Fisheries, Nautical and Engineering Training, Kochi. Here again, you see that this is quite old institute, which was set up in 1959. Earlier, it was called as Central Institute of Fisheries Fisheries Operatives, and the mandate of CIFNET is to create technical manpower for the operation of ocean-going deep sea fishing vessels. In fact, imparting the technical expertise, imparting the skills required to exploit the marine resources is very important, and recognizing that the Indian government constituted or established CIFNET, which is having this mandate to create trained manpower. Again, if we have to exploit the natural resources scientifically and sustainably, then we should have the trained manpower which can do it in a sustainable manner. To provide training and technical teachers for manning the fishermen training centers attached to maritime estates. In fact, this is some kind of program where training is given so that more trainers are there, which can train other um, people who are directly involved in going to exploit the resources. To conduct studies on fishing craft, fishing gears, and equipments, and provide extensive training to accelerate advancement in fishing technology for enhancing productivity. So, everything related to technological advancement or utilizing the nets, gears, and equipments which are necessary to exploit the resources scientifically and in a sustainable manner. CIFNET has that mandate, and it is carrying that mandate quite well. These are the fishing vessels which have been developed at CIFNET, um, and there are many training programs as well as courses being conducted at CIFNET. I again request you to please visit the website, and you will get to see that there are certain courses. For example, BFSC in nautical science, they provide a degree in collaboration with, or you can say affiliated to, Cochin University of Science and Technology, CUSAT, and that is a very good program. Vessel navigator course, marine fitter course, shore mechanic course. So there are many courses which they are offering, and they are also providing technical training also in many of the programs, a special training course for national and overseas candidates and other things. Then we have another institute, Central Institute of Coastal Engineering for Fishery, CICEF. Here, it was established in 1968, so as pre-investment survey of fishing harbors by the Ministry of Agriculture. The primary objective of establishing the institute is to carry out engineering and economic investigations and prepare techno-economic feasibility reports for the development of fishery harbors at suitable sites. So, in order to develop fishery harbors at suitable sites, identify and recognize the sites which are suitable for setting up the fishery harbors, and to provide fishery harbors facilities to mechanized fishing vessels. So, these are very necessary aspects of utilizing the natural marine resources, which is being carried out by CICF. Here, mandate is written that to assist the government of India in conducting. In fact, here in one line, it is in one sentence, it is written very well that its mandate is to identify priority sites for development of fishing harbors and fish landing centers along the Indian coast. So their major objective is to identify the priority areas, priority sites, priority locations where fishing harbors can be developed or established, and fish landing centers can be established along the Indian coast. There are several fishing harbors and fish landing centers across the Indian coast what are already working in Mangalore, Karnataka, then in Chelanam, Kerala, Vipin, Kerala, then Koilandi, Kerala, then Nindakara, Kerala, then Vizhinjam, Kerala, Tuticorin, Tamil Nadu, then Nagapattinam, Tamil Nadu, and Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, and Raichak in West Bengal. There are the main mandate of CICEF is to identify and develop these fishing harbors and fish landing centers, which is again very important aspect of utilization of resources and producing more from capture. National Institute of Fisheries Post Harvest Technology and Training, NIFPHATT. This is again under the control of Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. As its name indicates, NIFPHATT mainly deals with the post-harvest technology and training programs. Here, fish processing and post-harvest technology is upgradation through post-harvest technology upgradation through adaptive research to suit the ever-increasing and fast-changing consumer needs. So, developing new processes to make the fish and fishery products useful and make their shelf life more. Then develop some products which can be by value addition or so, and packaging on pilot scale. Then dissemination of the upgraded technology is through consultancy, training, popularization of products, and consumer response surveys. So they have the responsibility to develop the technologies after fish is harvested and how it can be facilitated to go with value addition into the market and benefit the stakeholders. Achievements of this institute: survey and mapping of resources along the southeast and southwest coast, location of commercial concentrations of fish and shellfish, introduction of diversified fishing methods and training, development and introduction of different types of processed fish products and byproducts, pilot scale export of processed fish products. Then they popularize through many programs the processed fish product in the domestic market especially, and research and development, of course, training and consultancy, that is one of the integral part of any institute established by the government. Now, I have just taken a screenshot of the website of this institute, where I wish to show you that if you visit the website of any of these institutes, you will get to see that the kind of training courses, the kind of courses, the kind of job opportunities or whatever interests you, you can have a look and you know, explore the web page and get the benefit. So that's why I showed you this. National Fisheries Development Board in Hyderabad. That is one of the, very recent of the institutes that was developed, and now that is under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. And this was developed with an aim to realize the untapped potential of fisheries sector in inland and marine. If you can recall my I think previous lectures, then you must have seen that I emphasized on how huge area in our country has not been utilized for fish production or aquaculture. So huge area. Their aim, their objective was to tap or you know make survey and document that what are such resources which can be utilized and how they can be utilized by engaging many stakeholders. Then fish culture, capture, processing, almost everything, and marketing of fish, and accelerator the overall growth of fisheries sector. They have to. So they were basically this National Fisheries Development Board was set up with the objective to identify the gaps and work into that so that overall growth of fisheries sector and aquaculture sector can be achieved. Mandate of NFDB, you could have understood by the previous slide, but still we can discuss. Bring major activities relating to fisheries and aquaculture for focused attention and professional management. Coordinate fisheries activities undertaken by central government and also coordinate with state, union, territory. Apply modern research tools for optimizing production and productivity. Generate substantial employment. Enhance contribution of fish towards food and nutritional security. I must tell you here that this NFDB plays a pivotal role in coordinating and getting implemented all the government schemes, especially the central government schemes. Um, uh, Through NFDB, they are implemented that engages stakeholders, not only entrepreneurs, but also maybe NGOs, maybe researchers, and so on and so forth. Then we have Coastal Aquaculture Authority. Coastal aquaculture, particularly shrimp farming, is the most vibrant food producing sector, especially because it brings a lot of foreign exchange. That is, most of it is exported. The Aquaculture Authority was constituted under the Environment Protection Act in 1986. Um, and the Aquaculture Authority was replaced by Coastal Aquaculture Authority Act in 2005. This Coastal Aquaculture Authority is very important because the main mandate of this institute is to regulate coastal aquaculture activities in the areas notified by the central government as coastal areas and matters related with, to make regulations for the construction and operation of aquaculture farms in coastal areas. In fact, what happens that when the companies or entrepreneurs or people start aquaculture business in coastal regions, as it was done in 1990s, that many of the multinational companies they started shrimp aquaculture, and after culture was very good, they were producing high quantities of shrimps, but after harvesting or for harvesting, you can say, all the water was released into the ambient environment as such, and that caused a lot of damage to the surrounding environment of those aquaculture farms, and that was damaging the environment very adversely. So uh, this CAA, Coastal Aquaculture Authority, can have regulations, and it can restrict, or it can define that how one entrepreneurship um, unit will have to take care of the environment and still do sustainable culture. And they also work for Penis Venemai farms and hatcheries, setting up farms and hatcheries of Penis Venemai. So that's all for today. We will meet for another lecture very soon. Thank you so much.